Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Pastor JC here, coming at you live. It is Monday morning, February 1st. We are beginning this month strong. And I just want to share with you real quickly what a powerful message was shared yesterday at Crossroads by our youth pastor's wife, Danny Lynn Wright. And I've just been chewing on that and digesting that all day long. What a great thought that we as the body of Christ need to choose God's presence over his provision. For those of you who weren't in service with us, the week before last, I preached on Mephibosheth and beautiful grace and how David gave grace to Mephibosheth. Hey Sheila, hey Paula, how are you guys? I hope everybody's doing well. How David showed grace to Mephibosheth, who was a grandson of King Saul and could have been killed by David. And yet because of David's great friendship with Jonathan, who was Saul's son, David spared the life of Mephibosheth. And David actually brought him into his castle, into his palace, and said, he's going to be like my own son. He's going to eat at my own table. He's going to be part of my family. And gave to Mephibosheth everything that had belonged to King Saul. All of the servants, all of the gold, all of the money, all of the cattle, all of the flocks and herds, everything. He gave it to Mephibosheth. He didn't have to. And it was such a beautiful act of grace. And it kind of showed us how God gave us such grace in Jesus Christ. But last week, this past Sunday, yesterday, Danny Lynn kind of expanded on the story for us and how there was an occasion where the servant of Mephibosheth kind of lied on Mephibosheth and tried to manipulate the situation and turn David against Mephibosheth. And eventually Mephibosheth came around and said, David, none of this is true. What they're telling you is not true. And I will give back everything that you've given to me. And all I ask is to you allow me to stay and eat at your table in your palace. And in essence, Mephibosheth was saying, David, all of the stuff, all of the money, all of the cattle, all of the herds, all of the servants, that means nothing to me. I just want to be in the presence of the king. And it was such a powerful word for our church and for the body of believers in our world today, because we are so consumeristic minded. It becomes all about us and what we get and what we have. And that becomes the highest priority of our life. That God blesses us and God provides for us and God gives us more money and a better job and better possessions and newer toys and all of these things. But what would happen if all of those in just a moment were stripped away from you? Would the presence of God, just his presence, the presence of the King, be enough for you? Would it be enough to sustain you? See, I believe that we have to get beyond seeking the hand of God and his blessings, and instead seeking the face of God, his presence, his glory. It's such a powerful thought that I would choose God's presence over his blessing. And as I thought about this, I thought, there were times when I was raising my children that they would come into the same room that I was in, and I knew in just the moment, the way they were acting, that they were about to ask me for something. Dad, can I have $10? Dad, can I get this? Dad, can I buy this? Dad, can I get a Game Boy? Dad, can this happen? And I knew they were coming to me for some kind of provision or some kind of support or some kind of something. And at times I didn't mind doing that and giving to them. But there were other times when they would come into the room, especially when they were smaller, and they'd just crawl in my lap and they'd wrap their arms around my neck and they'd kiss me on the cheek and they'd say, Dad, I love you. And in that moment, just being with me was enough for them. That's all they wanted. And it was so powerful and it was so grandiose. And sometimes we miss those little moments when we're raising kids. But think about how much more it means to our Heavenly Father when we kneel down to pray and we say, God, I'm not asking you for anything. I'm not presenting my wish list to you. I don't desire anything from you. I just want to be with you. I just want to be in your presence. I just want to spend time with you. It's a powerful, powerful, life-changing moment. And so I encourage you today, tomorrow, throughout this week, don't seek the blessing or the handouts from God. Don't seek the provisions. Just seek his presence, because I promise you that when you get in his presence and you're seeking first him, all of these things will be added unto you. They'll all be added unto you. Seek his presence today. I love you. I'm praying for you. God bless you, and go into this. Y'all, it's going to get cold. It's going to get cold tonight. It's getting down into the 30s tonight here in Central Florida. We are going to be in the midst of a frozen tundra here in Central Florida. I'm just kidding. I know, Paula, it's snowing up there where you are. And I know there's a big storm that's going up through the northeast and certain regions. And some of my northerner friends are dealing with snow and all kinds of crazy cold. But I want you guys to know I'm praying for you. Please stay safe. Stay warm. Do what you need to do to get through this. And would know that even though it's going to get cold here in Florida, we're still praying for you and believe in God for you. I love you. Take care of yourselves. God bless.